I have no objection.
ये एनआईटी के बिल पर जो आंध्र प्रदेश में स्थापित हो रहा है उस पर 11 सदस्यों ने भाग लिया। मैं सबका शुक्रगुजार हूं। शांताराम नायक जी, श्वेत मलिक जी, विजिता सत्यनाथ, नारायणन, वीर सिंह, वी विजय साई रेड्डी, अनिल देसाई, बंडोपाध्याय, प्रोफेसर CM Ramesh, Keshav Rao and Jairam Ramesh. So it is really a fulfillment, and let me just tell and remind Jairam Ramesh, my good friend, that it is not after 2 years we are starting. It is already second batch is already there. So institute was formed, the bill we are passing today, so the action has already started. And as far as funding is concerned, there will be no dearth of funding. As far as this NIT is concerned, 40 crore rupees budgetary provision is a token provision. The DPR will be ready in 2 months. And as soon as the DPR comes, immediately the amount will be released and granted. And so there will be no dearth of funding. That let me tell you. As far as सबने बहुत अच्छे मुद्दे उठाए. शांताराम नायक जी, first let me apologize to you that you are the lone Rajya Sabha member in Goa, and I have noted it, and that will correct it. लेकिन एक आपका ये हुआ, NIT in Goa is Kankolim. The land is there, everything is there. The IIT which we inaugurated at a working place will be there in Lulev. So there's small correction. Faculty, many people raise very important issue of faculty. तो ये सच है कि देश के बेहतरीन इंस्टीट्यूट में भी आज 100% फैकल्टीज नहीं है. That's the truth. And it's a national mission. And I was happy when I went to IIT Delhi and I discussed with students. I asked, I will talk to first those students who are ready to become faculty. And I was happy. In the class of 200 PhD students, we were together, and more than 100 students raised their hands to become faculty. They want to be faculty. That's a good sign. But still, today in NITs, there are 75% faculties are working, 25% are still vacancies, and we are taking up a drive in all IITs, NITs, all top institutes and others also. Even at the level of primary schools also, that vacancy is a real problem, and we must get trained teachers. And there is a good tendency that people want to be teachers, and we will also ensure a concrete plan of how there will be faculty available, a trained faculty, faculty with aptitude, and they become real, that's the real asset. Funding, as I said, in 2013-14, it was 2100 crore for NITs, and in 14-15 it was 2300 crores. In next year, last year it was 2500, and this year it is 2645 crores. So it's rising, and we will not, I can assure that there will be no dearth of funds as far as the projects, the teaching, the research is everything is concerned. After all, it is the premier institute. We have 84,000 students, 5,593 students doing PhDs. So it's a very important premier institute. Hostel and other also are planned accordingly. And so now the research infrastructure is important. And so let me make one good announcement here, that for all top institutes, there is requirement of large amount of funding. And in natural course of budgeting, you can't provide it. So how to provide it? So there is one initiative which we are working on is, and Finance Minister has already announced in the budget that we'll keep 1,000 crore rupees. The bank or somebody, some agency which will manage the fund will also contribute 1,000 crore rupees. We'll leverage these 2,000 crore rupees and create 20,000 crore rupees for infrastructure deficit to be filled up in 3 years course, 3 years time, 20,000 crore for higher education infrastructure needs. And that will really give boost. And I have already said to the committee and the people concerned that out of that 40% must be reserved for creating research infrastructure. because infrastructure is not only college administrative buildings and roads and staff quarters. They are important, they will be built. But more important is research infrastructure, and therefore that research infrastructure will be getting a much needed boost with this infrastructure initiative of 20,000 crore. And I think all will be with that program. Scholarships, yes, and they will be rising. As we are seeing, everything is going up, and so we are taking one good initiative. 13 lakh students go for JEE exam, and they have to incur a lot of expenditure because that's a fierce competition. So we have come out with a new initiative called IIT PAL. What is that? That those who want to go for, appear for JEE will be provided free online lessons, material, tutorial, tests, and everything. So whatever they get in coaching centers by paying free, here students will get free of cost. So that's a new initiative which we are coming with IIT PAL. Expansion of our higher education and particularly top education is essential. It can be achieved by two things: existing infrastructure, upgrade it and accommodate more students, one, and have more institutes. Both we will work on. As far as SC/ST is concerned, this is our belief that they can't compete. No, the scene has changed tremendously. And this is because of 70 years of affirmative action in the education front. So now I'm very happy that this year IIT and all other quotas, SC and BC quotas, are not empty. There is no vacancy, and the difference between the mark percentage is also getting reduced. So it's a good scenario coming up, and so there is no vacancy. One good, two more important things. As you have said, Central University and Tribal University, see, the government under the leadership of Narendra Modi is committed to fulfill all promises given while reorganization has happened and these two states have come, Andhra and Telangana. So we'll give top priority to this, and therefore all commitments will be fulfilled. As far as fees is concerned, let me tell you, we are charging 1,25,000 per student, but we are incurring more than 3 lakh rupees per student per year. So who ultimately pays? Somebody has to pay. So who will pay? If government pays, that means those who are not learning, those who are not, even the poor people are contributing to that higher education. So what we have come out with, scheduled caste, physically handicapped, scheduled tribe students, plus Divyangas, and those below 1 lakh income bracket have got complete fee waiver. So they don't pay anything. So it is not reimbursed. In IITs, NITs, they don't pay. They have to just get admission and start learning. So that we have done. As far as in IITs, we have already done education loan for, up to 5 lakh. We have reduced fees from 90,000 to 60,000. We have reduced it for up to 5 lakh rupees. Up to 9 lakh rupees, there is education loan. In a way, it's a fees by installment and a convenient installment without interest. And more importantly, only after 9 lakh rupees income, those families who have income of more than 9 lakh rupees, they only have been, it's a graded fee rise. So I think that's a social justice. And therefore, this is also taken care. I'll end up because we don't, the tendency of going to foreign countries is also is decreasing, and people are staying back in India. Indian youth is more committed. They want to work in India. They want to participate in India growth story, and therefore that also is coming down. One good news: last year NIT Srinagar was in news for many reasons, but let me tell you, this year NIT, all the issues are resolved satisfactorily. The students are on campus, and even during the curfew period, the institute was functioning. So that's a good news. That's how we should all to get together and go ahead, because this is the area where it's a national agenda. I always believe education is not a political agenda, it's a national agenda.
correctly.
And therefore, I thank all the members for
Thank
supporting the
you.
bill.
Thank you, Mr. Minister.